Foodie Phonics friends, how are you all today? As you can see, I'm back at home in my own kitchen, Cal's kitchen, and we're going to do some more baking with Foodie Phonics. Can you remember our little song? It goes like this. Foodie Phonics, come have a listen with Cal. Foodie Phonics, you'll learn your alphabet well. Remember, I can't sing and I'm still waiting to hear you sing my little song with me. Okay, let me show you which letters we're going to learn about today. We're going to learn about the letters P and L. And here's the big letter P and letter L. Remember, we always use the big letter for names. Maybe like Pluto. Did you hear that beginning sound of Pluto? Pluto. Here's the small letter P with the letter L. It also makes a P sound. Maybe like please, or plums, or play. I wonder if you can guess what we're going to make today for our baking. We're going to make plum pudding. But this little plum pudding is an interesting recipe because it doesn't actually have any plums in it. So I'm going to call the pudding Plums Please. Over there you can see it's called Plums Please. That's what we are going to make today. Shall we get started? Right, I'll just put our alphabet board down over here. Plum pudding is really what we have for Christmas pudding. As you can see, I've got my little nutcracker here and my little Christmas robin because it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Who's excited? I am, that's for sure. All right, let's begin. I've got two mixing bowls here, a smaller one and a bigger one. I think I'll go with the bigger one. Just put the smaller one over there. To begin with, I'm going to have 2 cups of flour. Again, I've used gluten-free flour just because I think it's a healthier alternative to wheat flour. This is maize, kind of like corn flour, sort of. All right, here's my cup. I'm going to have 2 cups of flour in my bowl. So, whoa, it's falling back into the box. Right, there's 1 cup. I'll show you when it's full to the top. There we are. A nice fluffy heaped cup of flour. That's 1 and 2. There we go, nearly to the top. There we are. Another fluffy cup of flour and 2 into the mixing bowl. Right, that's 2 cups of flour. Now this recipe I've kind of made up myself. So if at the beginning of this video you see a picture of a lovely pudding, you know my recipe worked out well. If you don't see the picture of the pudding at the beginning of this video, you know my pudding did not work out so well. So I'm making it up as we go. 2 cups of flour, 2 cups of fruit. Remember how I said this pudding doesn't actually have any plums in it? Well, I'm going to use cranberries and 1 other fruit, which I'll show you in a minute. Whoopsie daisy, the packet tore right open. I'll have to pour carefully then. Some of them are pouring into the bowl. 1 cup of cranberries. Isn't that a lovely dark color? Into the flour it goes. I think I might need 2 cups of cranberries. There we go. Oh, I just love that dark maroony color. Can you see it there? Whoa, I spilled some cranberries. That's okay. It's always important that we tidy up when we finish baking anyway, isn't it? Now, remember how I said our dessert doesn't have any plums in it? Well, did you know that prunes are actually dried plums? On the bag here, you can see sort of a picture of some plums over there, but that's not what the prunes look like. They're all dried up. So there's no seed in them anymore. They are delicious. They're like fruity lollies. I love them. So actually, our plum pudding does have plums in it, but they're called prunes because they're dried. But they're very juicy. They're not actually dry to taste. Kind of similar color to the cranberries, aren't they? I'll put that in there. Another cup. Yummy. There we go. Almost to the top. Into the flour it goes. I'll show you what that looks like. And then we'll give it a mix. There's all the fruit sitting on top of the flour. Can you see the white flour underneath? Okay, we'll give it a stir to mix it up. That way we coat all the fruit in the flour. Looks a bit like snow, doesn't it? Where I live in Sydney, Australia, it doesn't snow at Christmas time. Perhaps where you live overseas, it does snow. I'd love to see some pictures of a snowy Christmas. Okay, there's our fruit all covered in the flour. Now we need to add a cup of sugar. There it is, I see it. I did look at some recipes to get an idea of what to make or how to make plum pudding, and the recipes did say to use brown sugar. I don't have brown sugar, I only have white sugar. So I'm going to pour 1 cup of white sugar in. Oh, nearly overflowed. There it is. Nice white sugar. 1 cup. Into the recipe it goes. And to make it a little sweeter, because I don't have the brown sugar, I'm actually going to add 1 tablespoon of fruit juice. Do you remember how long ago I showed you that a tablespoon is bigger than a normal spoon? We wouldn't eat this with this one, it's way too big. So we'll just have 1 tablespoon of pineapple juice into our mixture. There we are, pouring it in. And we'll stir it up. Show you what it looks like. Oh, it's going to spill. There it is. There's the pineapple juice on top. So we'll just mix it all up so that all the fruit gets mixed with a little bit of the pineapple juice. It's not a lot in there. It's just enough to give it a bit of a sweeter flavor because the white sugar doesn't taste the same as brown sugar. Okay. So I'll stir up, stir up, stir up. And then the other thing that the recipe said to add, well, it is Christmas after all, so we can make it a bit fruity. I dropped a prune on the floor. I've got a big cleanup after me, haven't I? Okay. It's all mixed up. So then I'm going to add a tablespoon of syrup. My syrup's nearly finished. So we'll just see how much we get out of the jar. And then I'll drizzle it into the pudding as well. A big squeeze. Oh, I'm going to use all my muscles. Look there. It's coming out very slowly. Squeeze. Very slowly. I don't think I'm going to get a tablespoon of syrup out of this container. Oh, I'll squeeze again. There it comes out. Slowly, slowly. There we are. Wow. Okay. I think that'll have to do. I do have some honey here. I might add honey as well. See how we go, hey? All right, I'll mix it. Whoops! I'll mix that syrup in. Also, it's not a lot, so it's a lot of ingredients to blend it with. So I'll just keep stirring, stirring, stirring. Oh, hang on, I've left the syrup jar open. That would have been a big mess to clean. I don't want to have to do that. Okay, now, traditionally, Christmas puddings also have some crushed nuts in them. But I'm not going to add crushed nuts today. I'm actually going to add some peanut butter, because you all know how much I love peanut butter. Okay, if you can't add peanut butter because you have allergies or you can't eat peanuts, I think you could add some sesame seeds, if you can eat sesame seeds. Or maybe just some spice. Cinnamon spice will give it a lovely flavor. I haven't added cinnamon spice to mine today. Okie dokie, do you know what? I think this needs another tablespoon of pineapple juice. The flour is just not mixing in with the fruit. There we go. Another tablespoon of pineapple juice. Give it a stir. Very easy, boys and girls. You can do all of this mixing by yourself. And best of all, you get to cook it in the microwave for 5 minutes. So you can eat your dessert once you've cooked it, once it's cooled down, in about 10 minutes all in all. That's not a long time to wait. But the very best part is this: if you bake your dessert today, you can keep it in the freezer until it's Christmas time. It freezes really well. Okie dokie. So I've got my microwave container here lined with some baking paper. I'm going to pour the mixture in, cook it for 5 minutes in the microwave, and like I said, if you saw the photo of the pudding at the beginning of the video, you know it worked. If not, I'll try again. Thanks for joining me, everyone. I can't wait to see pictures of your plum pudding. Bye for now.